The meaning of great vehicle. Subhuti said, It is thus, O Lord, that a bodhisattva, a great being, is armed with the great armor, and becomes one who has set out in the great vehicle, who has mounted on the great vehicle. But what is that great vehicle? How should one know the one who has set out on it? From whence will it go forth, and whither? Who has set out in it? Where will it stand? Who will go forth by means of this great vehicle? The Lord said, Great vehicle, that is a synonym of immeasurableness. Immeasurable means infinitude. By means of the perfections has a bodhisattva set out in it. From the triple world it will go forth. It has set out to where there is no objective support. It will be a bodhisattva, a great being, who will go forth, but he will not go forth to anywhere, nor has anyone set out in it. It will not stand anywhere, but it will stand on all knowledge by way of taking its stand nowhere. And finally, by means of this great vehicle, no one goes forth, no one has gone forth, no one will go forth. Because neither of these dharmas, he who would go forth and that by which he would go forth, exist, nor can they be got at. Since all dharmas do not exist, what dharma could go forth by what dharma? It is thus, Subhuti, that a bodhisattva, a great being, is armed with the great armor and has mounted on the great vehicle. Subhuti said, The Lord speaks of the great vehicle. Surpassing the world with its gods, men, and asuras, that vehicle will go forth. For it is the same as space, and exceedingly great. As in space, so in this vehicle there is room for immeasurable and incalculable beings. So is this the great vehicle of the bodhisattvas, the great beings. One cannot see its coming or going, and its abiding does not exist. Thus one cannot get at the beginning of this great vehicle, nor at its end, nor at its middle. But it is self-identical everywhere. Therefore one speaks of a great vehicle. The Lord said, Well said, Subhuti, so it is. It is thus that this is the great vehicle of the bodhisattvas, the great beings. Trained therein, bodhisattvas do reach all knowledge, have reached it, will reach it. Purna said, This elder Subhuti, when asked about perfect wisdom, fancies that the great vehicle is something that can be pointed out. Subhuti said, Have I, O Lord, spoken of the great vehicle without transgressing against perfect wisdom? The Lord said, You have. In agreement with perfect wisdom, you point out the great vehicle.